Before the witch buried me, she prepared a special gift just for me.
And you're gonna take some more time to think about us.
We said a simple goodbye, and then she slowly closed the lid of the coffin. She locked it tightly with iron chains and buried me deep underground. Many years later, a group of construction workers accidentally unearthed my ancient coffin. When they saw the chains tightly wrapped around it, they weren't afraid. Instead, they were excited. They assumed there must be gold and treasure hidden inside. But the moment they cut through the chains, something terrifying happened. White smoke began to pour out of the coffin. A dark figure suddenly burst out. The workers were scared out of their minds, and what they didn't realize was that they had just released a vampire who had been asleep for many years. After regaining some energy, I relied on my hazy memories to find the estate where I had once lived many years ago. I discovered that the house was still lit up. Inside, 2 children were sitting casually on the couch when I, a complete stranger, suddenly walked in. The girl simply looked at me with curiosity, but the boy was stunned to realize that the man standing before him, dressed in strange, old-fashioned clothing, looked exactly like the person in the portrait hanging on the wall. Seeing this, I felt a sense of relief. My descendants still remembered what I looked like. At that moment, the lady of the house suddenly appeared. She looked at my unusual attire with confusion written all over her face. She was convinced I was nothing more than a fraud. To prove my identity, I told her that this castle had been built by my own hands, and that I knew every corner of it like the back of my hand. Then I walked behind a statue and pressed a hidden switch. A wooden door slowly opened. Behind it were piles of the lady's toys. I never could have imagined that the secret room I had so carefully designed back then had been turned into a storage space. But even that wasn't enough to convince her, so I proved myself again. Using my cane, I activated a mechanism beneath the floor. The mural on the wall began to shift, and the fireplace slowly slid backward. The hidden passage leading to the basement gradually revealed itself.
I am Barnabas Collins.
By this time, the strange events at the construction site had already begun to spread. Among the crowd stood a woman with an unusually serious expression.